All right. Okay. So here is. There's introduction there. Only work arrangement for high school 24th September. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you about a high school notices or high school announcement. So we are going to get that from, there is some problem with my PowerPoint. Okay, let me just, yeah, okay, so from Jacob only, no, not yet. So
You
also
can hear
from,
me?
Can you hear? Okay. So,
Can you hear?
yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
You can also do the screenshot like if they have questions. Okay. So again, so here is see that one. So the announcement in high school. All right. So we can get that from Jacob, also from Jessica and Naomi. Okay, so why Naomi? Because Naomi is in the WeChat in Chinese group. So that's why she could get
You can't see her.
the news from Yolanda, from the Chinese staff.
Can you
And
hear
then
it now?
Naomi can get it from. You cannot hear. It's okay if they cannot hear. They just tell that I'm going to send a video.
Okay, she's just gonna send the video afterwards. Okay?
Okay. Alright, so which means there are so many announcements in high school. Alright, sometimes in middle school you could hear that from middle school or from primary school, but again, high school announcements, they're actually very different because we have to get it from Jacob, which is actually like, that is the good one, because some of the news here, they are like fake announcement, fake news. Like no, it is actually like applicable to them, but it's not applicable to high school. Okay. So also from Jessica, because Jessica is the assistant of Jacob, and Naomi because Naomi is in the WeChat group of the Chinese leaders like Yolanda, like Jessen, and so on, and Michelle, and so on. That's why sometimes Sarah can get the announcement before me because Naomi is her assistant. Ken is different. Ken is actually very busy. Ken is a GAC coordinator, but she has a lot of lessons that sometimes she couldn't she couldn't check the WeChat group, while Naomi can check it all the time because she is just there in the office. So she could get, that's why Sarah could get the fresher news from the school before me. So if ever, sometimes actually it happened that Raymond and I, we got late from the news, right? It happened because we're actually so busy. Okay, so what are these news or notices or announcement from the high school? School events. Okay, there are some changes in the school events. Let's say, for example, because of we have to consider about the COVID-19, the protection, the parents, and the weather, and so on and so forth. And then also weekend classes. This is what actually I was telling earlier, that sometimes from the holiday, if the holiday falls on Wednesday or Monday, then we have to take the weekend in lieu of that weekdays holiday. Okay, then sometimes we also have the health code and so on and so forth. So again, so from this high school announcement, high school notices, sometimes, sorry, but I got it late most of the time. Okay, because I am not on the WeChat group of the leaders, Chinese leaders. Because actually, one of my friends, Amy, she's actually a teacher here for a long time, and then she said like, I wanted to put you here, but these are only Chinese. Okay, so it's only Jacob can be there. I know, I'm not sure. I think Jacob is also not there. It's like, you're Chinese. That's why we can get that announcement. Okay, the next is we have high school activities. Okay, so we have a student council. They are actually working on all these activities in high school. All right, so and also Sarah, because the student organization, the student council, they're actually speaking to Sarah because they know all these 10:01, 11:01, 12:01, they know how busy we are. And I really can't help, okay? So especially the second semester where we have so many activities. And the second semester, we are actually full loaded, and you would experience that next semester in so many assessments. So that's the busiest for GAC for a lot of AS happening. Alright, so but even though we are busy, let's say for example, William, Raymond, Andre, any other GAC teachers, even though we are busy, we can support the extracurricular activities by being one of the judges in any competition. But that would be through invitation, because the student council will invite one of us. If let's say they would ask, are you free are you free on Wednesday night, blah blah, they would ask us first before putting our names into this chairman of the board and judging that competition. So again, we have a lot of competition in the school. Plus, if there is no pandemic, maybe soon will be okay. We have also APEC, we have also HMU, and where we could go to different cities in China, or sometimes we can go to the US to support these activities. Okay, so that's why, because I'm always very busy, we know that. That's why they are asking Sarah, because the GAC kids, okay, so Sarah is actually like free most of the time to, the kids can talk to her. So if she is busy, we can just support for whatever, okay? So next is, we have this monthly award. Now for A level, you have to talk to Emily, because you have to choose the monthly award for grade 10 and grade 11. You do not have grade 12, right? Not yet, okay. So you will choose, I have talked to Lisa before, and I have arranged the awards for the students in A level. So since Lisa is gone, so you could just help with Emily, okay? And then, so for grade 2, like 3 kids, so monthly. Let's say for example, September, who do you think? So I have given you a different one, but it's actually similar. Alright, so this one we are going to talk about this. For example, for grades 11 and grade 12, we know actually the monthly award, we know who are actually the best, we know who are the top kids, but the school is asking us like to give chance to other kids. Because if we are only going to talk, let's say for example, if we are going to award these kids, we always have Kevin Lin, which is really the best, okay? Bradley, and we have Jackie, okay? And then we have the girls, Ashley. So these kids are really, really smart. But we have to give chance to other kids. So sometimes, okay, so you will be here, and then let's say for example, you 3 kids, you will be here in September, and then I'm gonna call you again, I'm gonna go back to you in June. So we have to give chance. But in A level, same, because you have like, maybe you have say good kids, but give chance to other kids, so that because so that they could feel that they are being valued and the effort is not wasted, okay, because they are trying, okay, and they feel good when they are being called every month in morning meeting. Alright, so we are going to talk about this. For example, let's say before, let's say we chose the do you remember who's good at math? I don't know. Grade 10. He is very good at English. The boy.
He's good at math but not good at English.
Good at English but not good at math. John is good at math but not good at English. Who's that? So it's like when we gave him the award, the math teacher would have said, how come that he could get the academic excellence award, but he's got, he's not really smart at math. That's why we have to talk. Like because usually the GAC program, these are only taught by foreign teachers. But this time we have, because of the pandemic, we couldn't get some foreign teachers. So we asked like Chinese teachers to teach math only. because this is like morning meeting and everybody would be there, and then one teacher from that group would say, how come that he got that award? He is not doing well. Morning meeting, that every first Monday of the month. First Monday.
I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah. Because only the leaders are coming.
Oh,
Yes,
the leader.
yes,
So then I will tell Emily, which is for the A level leaders,
Yes.
she will attend the
Yes,
meeting
she will
and
attend,
she will collect all the information from
Yes,
all the
yes,
teachers, and
yes.
then she will decide.
Yeah. It's either Emily will ask you to do it, but usually it was Lisa before. So it's either, it depends on your arrangement in A level. Okay, usually Lisa, did that before every first Monday.
But is this by program or is this by school? Like, I know that Balboa also does it for.
Yeah,
that
this is it.
because it's by Buckhannon and Balboa, or is that A level, GAC, Balboa?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, GAC, A level,
Maybe it's three of these times, right?
Yes.
There's one by Balboa's
Yes.
office, there's one by
I don't know.
Sandy's office, and there's one by our office. There's three.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to choose every month. Okay, so and I have for GAC, I have Ken who will prepare the gifts and the certificates on this. Usually I was doing it before. I was doing everything by myself, like buying for the gifts, doing the certificates. But now that I have Ken, I'm so relieved that I got help, support from Ken. So she's the one buying things online, not me anymore. And then but before, when I was doing that, I also asked for reimbursement, and that's okay. But sometimes I want to buy more because I will be given like this is only the budget. But sometimes if you are a foreign teacher, you want to buy something expensive, right? Because you think the kids would love them. But then only this is the budget, so I was just like, okay. So but then with Ken, she's very good at budgeting. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so next one is here is sick leave. Okay, so Sarah for Balboa and me for GAC. Now you have to ask first. Okay, but actually in GAC we shouldn't do that. Okay, it's difficult. It's very difficult because our module is so it is programmed. If you will miss a day, you're gonna suffer in the end. Okay, so that's GAC. We really have to follow the schedule that we have done. Okay, but
So,
you.
What
Okay.
happens? I mean, everybody gets it. At least
No, no.
once. At least, I mean,
You're in GC. You don't get sick anymore. It's over.
Okay, so just like we also discussed this yesterday, so this is only like detailed, okay, for the absences. Okay, so we have only 3 days, right? If more than that, then we have to give the a certificate, like evidence from the doctor and so on and so forth. Okay, so then, but before that, you have to ask April go on. You could ask only. You could ask me or you could ask Sunny.
Yeah.
Sunny, yeah, okay, for that one. And then swapping classes, you could have, for example, you are teaching 10:03 and then you have something to do. You could ask the foreign teachers in that, but you are the only one.
So I'll ask myself.
Or the Chinese teachers, okay? So no, because you have, since Chris is not yet here, maybe Andre will teach A-level, A-level computing while Chris is not yet here. So you have Andre to ask if you can swap classes or exchange classes and so on and so forth. Or if not, then ask Chinese teachers. We have to ask first before going to Sarah, if you are Balboa, or going to Miss, like you have said that first. And then you would just ask her, oh, I have done this, and then, okay, good, then I'll just inform Sunny. Because if not, then Sunny would call me, sometimes Ken would call me, and then what happened, why I could see different, like a different blah blah, and sometimes also the Chinese teachers are also complaining about our So we have to really make it sure that we understood one another. Also, the problem is like, our first period is 8:35, and their first period is 7:45. Yeah, so it's like their first period is, our first period is actually their second period. So sometimes they will talk to us, okay, so you can take my fourth period, and for us it's actually like third period. So it happens sometimes na, where are you? Oh, we are going to exchange in the fourth period. No, that's my class. It's like we have to know. That's why sometimes we have to discuss it with the time. Okay, not the fourth period, first period, second period. It's like at 8:35 I will be there. Because they will say like, oh, you are going to take my first period and I will take your last period. But then someone will call me, where is William? It's already 7:45. He agreed to take the first period. And then William would tell me, no, 8:35 is my first period. So you really have to make it clear for the Chinese teachers. Okay? That's it. So again, you have to settle this first before informing me or informing Sunny. Okay? And then, now, this is now the problem for us. Okay, asking for more classes in JC team during AS. Sometimes, William, okay, so, and also Andre, okay, this is actually a problem, okay, for the new JC teachers, okay? So it's like, we're done. And then I'm not yet done. So, okay, I will give you my time. But you would say like, but it's your time. Can you administer the test? No, that's not my test. It's your test. Even though it's my time, I will give you my time and do it. That's your exam. You have to administer your exam. So that's why we are actually very strict with our plan. Okay, if not, you will suffer. And then the whole team will suffer. It's because of you. And then if I would be asked, what happened? Why I didn't meet the deadline as a DOS? And then could I say that it's because of William, it's because of Andre? No, I couldn't say that. It will always be my fault as a leader. Okay? So that's why I could give, Raymond can give his classes for you just to finish all the A's. If ever you're late. Assessment events. Exams. Okay. So next is observation. Okay. So this is observation. Open class with a handling team or filming. Okay. Filming the class by schedule. So it's up to you. For example, the language teacher. Okay, you are all in the STEM, so you are going to have your own schedule. Okay, and that STEM, you have a STEM group, right? And then that could be the schedule for Jacob also. So you have to give the schedule to, you will give the schedule to Jacob so that Jessica is going to be in your class, whether you have chosen to film that or with all the handling team sitting there in the back watching you.
Judge.
So it is okay now. So and now you also have to give that to me as GAC teachers because we have this GAC observation. This is our format. The school, they have their own format in observation, and we also have our own format in GAC. Okay, but so I don't want that because we are actually very busy. I don't want like, okay, so I'm gonna give you the schedule, so you will just do the observation again. I will just sit there. No, I can also watch the one that you have filmed, and then I will just do these things. Okay, just to make it easy because we know that it's really difficult. Okay, especially the assessment, the GAC. Yes.
Couldn't you do both? I mean, one for
yes, if you want. Yes, if you want. Raymond, he likes to do it both. Like he wants me to observe his class. That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay, especially in
One
psychology.
is like
Yeah.
and one
Yes,
is like
yes.
what
So I will
happens
give you
now.
the form. Okay, I will give you the form, and so you will write your name, all right, and then fill out some information, and then this because it has 4 pages. Okay, so the first one is yours, second one is mine, third one is mine, and then fourth one is yours. It's like your it has a format. But what for Raymond, if he wants to, and I could be there because this one I'm going to send to Shanghai. Like, these are our GAC teachers and they're doing well. And if they could, then they're gonna reassess the form, and then if they could ask me, like, let's say, oh Hilda, it seems that William did great in this observation because you have given him a good feedback. Could you send the video to me? That's it. So I could send. That's everything is video calls. Okay. And also before in GAC, that is in national, okay, GAC, meaning in China, we have this competition. Okay, so but it's actually like not compulsory. If you want, even though you are not a GAC teacher, if you want to join in the competition, you can. So actually, we were very busy that time. So Shannon joined the competition, and I was actually from the last minute. I did it from the last minute because I was so busy. But then I won. Yes. I won, so I attended, and I didn't know that I won. It was like, Yolanda surprised me, like, Hilda, you are going to attend into this 1 week training in Guiyang workshop, blah, blah, blah. And then so they were like, so that's why when I got there, everybody, my RAD, Regional Academic Director, she is supposed to be here actually, but because of the pandemic swab test, blah, blah, so she couldn't be here again. So I was actually like surprised because when I arrived, they said, oh, this is Hilda, oh, this is Hilda, oh, this is Hilda. It's like, hi. I was like, what's going on? And then on the second day, it was like, oh, we got this one, and then my name is there, together with the 3 musketeers, 3 men. We are actually 4 winners out of so many teachers in China. Yes. So I got the certificate and the award, and that's why. I think, of course, I thank Yolanda because like surprise, and then Yolanda said like, yeah, we didn't tell you, so it's a surprise. So happy with that. Actually, I did that for the last minute, and I did psychology. It was actually my first time to teach psychology because I am an English major, so my first time, and then because psychology is so interesting, I like it. I really like it. I like the lessons in psychology. Okay, so again, if that happens again, you could join. Okay, but usually it could be done in 2nd semester. Usually they are just giving us that announcement in 2nd semester. So hopefully we'll do that again.
Did we do it last year?
No, because of the pandemic.
But the competition is like also done by recording, or?
Yes, very important. You can record it by yourself. Yeah. And then you just send it to me, and then I will send to Shanghai. So again, even though let's say, actually I asked Chris also to join, but 2nd semester is always the busiest. Yeah, because so many what's that, midterm, final exam, and a lot of things that we are doing, and also ECA, the extracurricular activities. So if that happens again, you could join. It's like, it's not compulsory, it's like if you want. Yes.
Do we have to do the midterm and final exam
Yeah, that's
as
it.
well as the 5 AACs that are?
That's it. Okay? Now listen. So examination, again, no office hours. Okay? So monthly test. Oh, why it's not? Cannot use. Oh, there's a check here. I don't know why. Okay, so monthly test of Balboa and A-level you have. We do not have.
We do not.
Okay? Speaking test before the midterm, we all have. We are going to proctor. Okay? We have to test it. Okay? And midterm, we have. Final, we have. A is only us. They don't have. Which is actually more difficult.
Question, the monthly test is not actually monthly, right? From my understanding, from last year, it's only administered once?
Yes. No.
Twice?
It's all, yeah. No, once. Yeah, once a month. Yeah.
No, I mean like the whole semester.
No, every month.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mixture.
It is because of so many again, everything is affected because of the pandemic. It is
So last year
affected.
we were supposed to have another monthly test that we
Yes,
missed.
and you came late also. It is because if there is midterm, you don't need to do the monthly test. If there is final test, You don't need
There
to.
was 1 month where we just didn't write any tests.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So, yeah, now, because you came late, September you go to the monthly test.
none of us did.
September, October, November usually the exam, midterm. December, you'll do it again. January, no. Okay, so again, September you will have
Last
monthly test.
semester it was the spring semester. Sorry, the
Yeah,
spring
yeah.
semester. I think it was April or something.
It is,
was no test.
yeah, it is because there are so many online classes. Did you remember we did online classes because of the pandemic?
But
Yeah.
normally there's a
Yes,
test
normally
every
we have.
month.
Yes. We did the online classes, and then the students are at home. Then it's difficult to do the online test that time. So it's like case-to-case basis. But normally you have that monthly test, but not GAC, because the assessment events are ongoing from September to end. Okay, so here the examination workload schedule, we can get that from Michelle and Jessica. Okay, so Michelle, the Chinese, and then sometimes it's actually Sunny. Okay, then Jessica is going to translate this Chinese Excel, and then so it is in English to send us in as expected. We can get it always late. Okay. So even though we want it, but we have to wait. That's
So like during the first day we will have some schedule, right? Or is it like
usually we could get it. Let's say Monday. Okay, we have a class, but we could get it like let's say Sunday.
we need the Sunday before we start? Oh, that's okay. As long as we have it on Monday.
And then you just check what's my schedule on Monday.
Right.
So that's from the experience, and you experience that. So, but we don't know. Maybe now it will be a bit earlier, which is right. All right. So that's it. So even though you would ask, where's my schedule? I also don't have. So we could get it from Jessica, the English version, and Michelle or Sunny, the Chinese version.
I also heard that it can also change if you go to the
Yes,
beginning
yes.
of the first 2 weeks.
Yes, beginning of the first 2 weeks, you can change. But but for me, because I always like don't change, because I don't like, problems. I don't like creating problems. If I'm, it's like, oh, it's okay, everything is okay to me. Not unless I have classes after 5:30, no way. But your case, you do. But it's okay, because if you do the night classes, you don't need to be here in the morning, the following day. So you are off in the whole morning. So it depends on you. So it's okay. And the night classes could be only like 2 hours. And then in the morning, following morning could be like the half day, which is actually better. So it's also okay. Alright? Especially to a single person. But for me, like I have kids, but they're not here yet. But it's like I want to spend my time with my kids. Okay. So lesson plan is weekly lesson plan and semester planner. So language teachers, Tina. So this would be for Corey, me, Sarah, and Susie. And then you three, STEM to Jess. Okay, next is STEM. Then GAC semester planner, AS due dates to me. So what you have sent to Jess, you can send that to me, the GAC. Okay, so this is the pagbawasan. This is the template. Okay, that is why it is so important for us to get the schedule. Why? Because here, so GAC handles, so we have week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So week number is very important to us. Okay, because this is included in the assessment of 003 assessment. Okay, so here we have week 1, week 2, 3, 4. As if you could see, there's no week 5 here because it's excluding the national day, excluding the holidays. We are not going to count for GAC. So then week 5. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, so this semester planner, for example, so this is on Monday, you have your psychology, for example, 029. On Tuesday, you have 030. And then on Wednesday, you have calculus, 016. So you are going to put your topic here for that lesson, and then the rest, for example, it's your off. You don't have classes this day, so there's nothing to write. So this semester plan, it depends on your schedule, weekly schedule that we could get from Jessica or Michelle. That's why before you could make this one, we have to get our schedule first.
Do we follow the planners and
Yes.
like?
Yes. But in the
Because
book
it's only
it
12
has
weeks.
no. In the book it has 12 weeks. But when we say 12 weeks, that's actually for the full time. When we say full time, no Chinese classes. The kids will not take any Chinese classes, only GAC. But here in Hanlin, we are going to do that in 36 weeks
Okay.
because
okay.
they have
So
Chinese
take the 12
classes.
weeks, make it
Yes.
36.
Yes.
But keep the range.
Okay, and this is the assessment today. So here, for example, I have 001, I have 002, I have 003, for example. So this is my AE1. When you say AE assessment events, then each module, when you say each module, that's each subject, it has 4 to 5 AEs. Okay, and we have to know the weighting, like 25% up to 100. So here, for example, AE1 role play, that's for 5 minutes, 25%, and that's on January 14, 2019, for example. So here, and then AE2, AE3, AE3, because AE4, AE5 sometimes is only like coursework. So when we say coursework, that's the performance of the class. Okay, and that's the 10%. Attendance, performance, 10%. Okay, so let's say for example, William, you have GAC 016, GAC 029, GAC 030. So you have to do like this. Okay, and then give me the 2 dates. Because also same with Raymond and Andre and Snow John. So because I have to do this one. This is the AS Master List. Okay, so here for example, Raymond, Hilda, Mary, Chris, Raymond, Hilda. So this is for level 3, and we are going to do level 3, level 1, level 2, level 3. So we have 3, 1, 2, 3. So you have to give me 3 also of this breakdown of the assessment, the 2 days. Okay, so in this one, I have to give this to the kids because this is also one of their assessments in 003 that they need to write, they need to create a semester planner with week number and the 2 dates. And they are actually related. So that's what are we going to talk tomorrow. The relation of this, the connectivity of the AAs from another module to another module. Okay? So there you go. So here is the GAC timetable. So for A level, you have examination, and I believe that if the kids are getting higher score, and you will have bonus. So that's what I heard before. So just keep working hard. So hoping that these good kids, they will retain you. Because sometimes when they get fed up, they'll just leave. But now they won't leave because they are in training centers.
You guys know what?
Training centers. Training centers. So they would stay.
Is that officially, did you officially close?
Well, they're closing like
Yeah,
the
they
process. The government is like putting new training.
But you know, like in China, the policy is always changing. So maybe let's still have that hope because there are so many foreign teachers, right? That they are working in training center like Aston, EF, Disney English, and these are actually good teachers also. Because the problem that they are facing, this for foreign students, they are also stranded in their own countries. They couldn't come back, so they got no students also, less students in so many international training centers. Yeah, so that's the problem. Okay, so here, GAC timetable. So again, we're gonna do that one. So this one, okay, timetable. So you have to break down all your lessons, a semester planner, week numbers, and the dates. As you can see here, week 1, September 2 to 6, but now when are we going to start? Then let's do that one. And then here the breakdown of the assessments and the assessment master list. And then we have is the intake 1. When do we say intake 1? That is grade 10. And then 2021 because they started studying GAC in 2021. So they are like grade 10 2021, grade 11 2020, and grade 12 2019. Okay, so even though this intake 2019, they are now grade 12 because they have started GAC in 2019. So they are being called intake 1 2021 our grade 10, and that would be from September 21 to June 2022. Okay, and remember this, William. So intake 1 2020, these are our grade 11 kids. So they have to finish on the 20th of May. Why? Because they have to take ACT in 1st June, sometimes 2nd June, or sometimes 3rd June. Okay, so they have to finish. Because why 2028? Because I have to moderate the grades. Okay, and in giving grades, there would be a problem. For example, we have the same kids. We are teaching the same kids. For example, Armin is our student. And then, for example, for William, Armin got 90. Then Armin got 89 from me. And then Armin got 100 from you. So I have to check it. It's like, why? So we can see there is a question. So that's it. But sometimes, let's say for example, Armin got 99 from me. Armin got 98 from Raymond, and then Armin got 55 from you. It's like, what's wrong? So we have to check that because usually Raymond and I, we are having similar percentage for the students. Like we didn't have that problem, but for the new JC teachers, we got a problem. Yes, how come? And everything has evidences. So I have, it's like, and that is why do not give your grades to the kids because they would remember that. Let's say for example, so they would ask you, William, what is my grade? Oh, you got 100. And then when we are going to give the transcript of records, and then they could ask me like, Hilda, William said I have 100, but you gave me 90. You've got a problem. And then so it's like, you will be in trouble because why did you say that? So we are not going to say the final grades. We are going to give them the transcript of records, the final grades, because there is a moderation going on from me, and then my moderation will be approved by the RAC, Regional Academic Director from Shanghai. So it's either we're gonna change it, lower it, or make it higher.
When the tests come back, I remember it saying that we can't show them the test, right?
Yes, we cannot show the test. Yes.
But it also said that do we give them like a grade, like right over wrong, or right over complete? I mean,
we can, okay, so in handed exam, midterm and final, we can give them, it's okay. But for AS, for GAC, no. But you can give only the, let's say AE1, it's okay, but do not give the final one. Because you have AE1, for example, in AE1, you didn't, you got only 55 because blah, blah. Okay, so the AE1, AE2, but not the whole,
and
the final
midterm, we're constructing it, right? Okay.
We can make our own midterm. Okay, another one is, yes, another one is here. For example, you have AE2 or AE1, and then that AE1 falls on midterm schedule. You can use that AE1 from our JAC. But you really have to make sure that they did understand everything, because if not, they are going to redo the test and it's your fault. Okay. So, and you could also ask, you could request, honey, that you could proctor that exam.
But I could also give similar tests like that.
Yes, similar test is okay.
So it could be like
Yeah.
practice
So,
tests,
yes,
and
yes.
have them come back with
Yes, yes,
A2, which would be the
Yeah.
exact.
The reason,
test
yeah,
that they
the
can
reason because when you are a JC teacher, you will become so very busy. That's why sometimes it's so difficult to create you really have to make it sure that the kids understood everything. Because if not, they will redo everything, and once they have redone that, they will get 55% and they will all complain. Even the smartest kids. So midterm, I am allowing it. But final exam, I am not allowing it. Why? Because in final exam, after the final exam, the kids will just go. They will leave school. So how can we redo the exam? There is no chance. Alright, so intake 2, so here, and then for grade 12, they are going to graduate, so they have to, even though usually they will finish their schooling on the 6th, usually the graduation is always on the 6th June 6th. But then sometimes because of the pandemic, it's like June 3 or sometimes earlier, blah, blah, blah. But you have to give me all the assessment, the CRB on the 13th May, because we have to send the transcript of records during the graduation. They have to receive the TOR, that they have all the grades from level 1, level 2, level 3. The certificate also from GAC Shanghai, plus if they are being chosen, like if they got the award, the honor, the merit for doing the GAC. So that's why you really have to make it sure that you could give me on 13th May, because again, there is a moderation going on from me, and then moderation also approval from Shanghai. And then, so before graduation, we have all of these certificates and TOR. All right, almost. Okay, so here is for teachers, we have resources. Okay, so supplement resources, www.itapglobal.com, and username teacher, password teacher. So you can check it out. There are so many resources on this. And here, restriction use of the laptops by the GAC students. So yours, I don't know, but we have 2 computer rooms here on the 3rd floor. One is from the school and one is from the GAC. So if you have, let's say, your A-level class, if you need to use, then you could only ask the teacher, Chinese teacher who is doing the schedule. If they are free on that time, then you can bring your kids on that computer room if you have something to do with your lesson.
But the other computer room you can't.
No, because that's for GAC, and everything is actually, it's very, what is that, complicated, the computers, because they have this code, blah, blah, for ACT exam. And it's actually very stressful because if something wrong with that computer, and then it's like, it's connected wired to the US. So it's really complicated and very, sensitive. Okay, so here is the restriction use of the laptop by the GAC students. Grade 11 and grade 12, they have this computer. So they can use the computer if you will authorize them. Okay? And the grade, yes, in your subject. Okay?
You can bring your laptop.
Yes. Especially during the AIS, if they are going to prepare the AIS. Okay? But the grade 10, here is the problem. Okay? Because the grade 10 students, even grade 11, grade 12, sometimes they are going to keep the laptop in the drawer. And if Yolanda will see that, and then Yolanda will ask the homeroom teacher, and the homeroom teacher will ask me, and then I will ask the student whose teacher that who allowed you to use that, and they say, William. Okay, then William, you have to answer it. So that's why we need to have that restriction. Let's say, for example, okay, laptop. So it's like time is over. Give me all the laptop, and you need to have the paper. You sign your name that you have submitted your laptop to me, and then these all laptops, bring them to the homeroom teacher, head teacher. Okay, because if one, if we can find out that there is one in the drawer, then you have to ask who allowed you to get the laptop. And sometimes the students are lying because they want the laptop. They can play during break time. Okay, but we shouldn't allow that. Kids are very smart. Okay, how they can change it, how they can hit the, They could hide everything in the drawer or whatever. Okay, so we have to be very careful with this. And this sample IT policy, this is for Android. Okay, and here is the CRB. This is our grading sheet. And this is actually automatic. So we have a do not add column, okay, or else it will change. There will be a problem in grading sheet, okay? So for example, the time minutes here, 5 minutes, let's say this is GAC 001, A2 individual oral presentation, student number, the name in Chinese. That's why I memorize their names because of this. There's no English here. And so I have the Chinese name from the head teacher, and I have the English name so that I could know who is this, okay? So here, for example, this is Frank. So 5 minutes, how many minutes? They have to record it here. And then task achievement, you could give like 4.5, 4, and then it is automatic. You will see that one in the grade. Once you encoded everything here, it is automatic. That's the GAC. So it's like easy. Just encode the grades and that's it. Okay? And you will send this to me. And then if I could see, like, I will return this to you with red, red, red. Why? I have checked the assessment. You gave Frank full score of 5, but he didn't do this task. So you have, I will just ask you to make it 3. Again, if the kids are getting lower score, you have to answer that. What happened? Okay? So it's like, guys, we are going to have a meeting, and then what happened? Why the kids in your subject, they are getting lower score? You couldn't say, we couldn't say like, I have done my best. So we're gonna talk about that later today. How to get higher GPA. It's really hard. It's so hard. But the good thing is that our GAC students are actually responsible. They are good students. But there are some who like, you know, who will like fall asleep, right? And not interested in the lesson. So that's why we have this. Oh, I forgot. Why it's not here? Here, okay? So that's why we have here. GAC homeroom teachers, DOS coordinator, okay? So we need to know who are these homeroom teachers. You can also do this in your class, okay? This is like, we have student counseling form, okay? And we have student complaint form. But this time, I am not giving this to a student because we are the one who are actually complaining, okay? It's not about the student will complain, it's bad. Okay, so what is this? What I'm going to say, for example, the student complaint form. So we are going to write the name of the kids, and then we have to talk to the kids. So this is your form. What do you think I'm talking to you now? Because I am sleeping in the class. Okay, you will write sleeping in the class. What else? I did not do my homework. What else? Blah blah blah. Okay, so this is your form number 1. Okay, you have to sign. The kids will sign. So what do you think? How can we solve this? I promise I will do my best. Blah blah. So we have to do this so that they know that we are correcting their mistakes. Okay. So and then student counseling form, because there are some kids like they're really not interested. They will like sleep the whole day in all GAC classes, not only to you, to all teachers. So we need to correct that behavior. So we have to ask the homeroom teachers first, and then the homeroom teachers, they fear the homeroom teachers because the homeroom teachers can speak directly to the parents. Okay, so we have, but you know, and then meet the DOS coordinator. So we have to talk. It's like, what is going on? Do you have any problems? So we need to have that counseling, especially the grade 12, because they are going to leave this school. Yes.
This form is from GAC, or it's an ACT?
Yes, this is for GAC, our form, but you could also do it if you want. But you could have your own notebook. Let's say, for example, you talk to GAC homeroom teachers, because this is the problem. If we are going to allow our kids to sleep in class at the beginning, let's say first week, they are going to do it the whole semester. Because they would think, oh, it's okay, I'm sleeping in Army's class. It's okay, he's not smiling at me. It's okay, I'm not doing anything, but I know I'll get good grades anyway. So in the beginning, we have to be so strict, and then we have to build that relationship to the kids. Okay, so we have to correct the behavior. Now it's so difficult to correct the behavior in the end. Like we can be friends with them, but we really have to set the barrier that I am your teacher. You have to respect me. You have to finish all these tasks, or else you will lose. You will fail, which is actually bad. Because if they fail, we cannot say to the parents, your kids are actually not doing anything. No, we cannot say that to the kids. Because the parents know that their kids are here in the school every day. Okay, so that's why in the beginning we can start doing these things so that we can correct the behavior, the attitudes of our students, so that we could get a good results in the end. Okay, so that's all. So now I'm going to send you, if you have any questions, I'm going to send you the template. If you want, I can send that to you also. But again, maybe you can just do any other things, just break down all the lessons, and then when we get the schedule from Michelle or Jessica, then we can easily cut and paste into our weekly schedule.
Question about that form. So that form, it's more like a record sheet to keep track of the students and their behavior or if there's something wrong. Then later on, there's like evidence or something.
That is why I would ask the kids to sign their names in English and in Chinese characters, because it's really obvious that we cannot write. Maybe some of you can write. We cannot write, but still, even though we cannot write their names, it's their own permission, so they have to write their names.
Can I get a copy?
Yeah, sure. So so that's it, and that's why we can help also we can correct the behavior of the kids.
With the double reduction policy, are there any changes to assessment events or textbooks or material
The
double reduction policies?
what is
The new law from government?
No, I have discussed this to Raymond last time. From the meeting, I have heard it's only like from grade 1 to 9. The high school is really not. It's like we are still using. Have you heard that? The policy, the schedule, the English textbooks. We are not allowed to use the English textbooks. So
It has to be from the Chinese authorized.
yes.
But that doesn't apply to us right now.
Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Yes. So for GAC, it's not.
Wait, this is going to go on record. I said that. I love the record. I love.
Yes. So so.
I mean, it's mainly for compulsory education, right? Which is not
One to
even.
nine.
Yeah, which is not even high school.
So because this actually like from the Chinese also, our GAC it's from Chinese, franchise from Chinese. So it's not really like in Balboa that you are using directly from the US, right? That's the textbook. They are actually like thinking, about. So but us, we are not affected unless we are going to have.
I mean, these would be very oversimplified
Yes.
textbooks.
But this later we're gonna have the launch out with Yolanda. Then we could hear some news, but still, for now we are not affected with regards of this policy using GAC books again. So it's really good that you are here, so you could see how strict we are in GAC. That's why the GAC are actually like, our kids, they know what is going on, and it's like if you will not do it, then you will fail.
What is the sort of diploma or certificate that you get at the end of this program?
Yes, the certificate is coming from Shanghai.
And with this certificate, they can apply to.
Yes. That's the GAC. That's actually for tomorrow lesson seminar. So yeah, the GAC, because this GAC certificate is actually recognized by pathways universities, meaning they are connected to GAC. And if they have, let's say for example, I'm one of the universities affiliated in GAC, and you are the student, you have taken this subject, so I can credit some of your subjects.
What type of universities are recognized?
There are so many. There are so many. I have the list. So now we are going. Ken and I, we are going to post again those universities. So it's like more the GAC is more on academic preparation, but university preparation. Unlike the A-level, it's more on the entrance exam that they can. That's like a gateway to go to universities. But what we have is like the knowledge that they are prepared when they get there. Plus, they are actually learning a lot, so they are getting higher score in TOEFL, IELTS, and also ACT. And the kids are well disciplined because, you know, if you are going to be lazy in the beginning, you will lose a lot of points in the assessments. From the beginning, we are going to set the kids' mind that, hey, this is it, blah, 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 so you really have to work hard. If you're not working hard, then you go. So that's why if you could see like this kid is not doing the homework, there we go. We have this student form, counseling form, complaint form. Usually the student complaint form is like, I will give that to a student and you write your complaint from the teacher's note. So what are we going to do is, this is my complaint. So you did write your name. So why am I talking to you today? Teacher, because I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this, okay? So I am now writing them down. Now I want you to sign and write the date. And then, so what do you think you would do next? I will promise that's it. So this is your form number 1, complaint form number 1. So we are going to file this. So now you will see that we have evidences. So in parents meeting, I can show this to your parents. You have the date here, you have your name here, and they are afraid. Sometimes they would ask like, teacher, please, can you just throw that, delete that, promise. They will just do that. So it's like counseling form and then complaint form. So they will be in track. So that's why it's very seldom for us to talk to homeroom teachers because the kids, we can manage the kids in the classroom. Sometimes it is like one is actually really like a problematic child, and if that child is a problem to you and a problem to you, a problem to me, then that's it. We need the homeroom teacher. But if that child is only a problem to you, then you have to change like your method of teaching or blah blah blah. Or maybe you speak so fast they couldn't follow you, and yeah, so that's it. Alright, so yeah, that's why in A-level, you know, especially the kids, you know, then they could see that, oh, it's okay for Army, hey Army, blah blah blah. But then if they could see that, oh, we are friends, no, it's not about that. We can be friends all the time. But this one that I'm giving you the information, you really have to digest this because this is for your own good. And you will go to a very good university soon. And that's it. So again, if you will see, if you could sense that the kid is misbehaving, correct that at that moment. Do not wait for a month before it will become like, you know, like a bomb that you cannot fix. And okay, so that's from the GAC. That's what we are doing so that everything is manageable. And they're actually crying sometimes, right? They are crying if they are getting like lower score. No, I don't want lower score. No, I don't want that 55. Yeah. Yes, they do. Oh, Raymond is very good. Okay, you know what? Raymond is like saying this. You know, you see Raymond's motivation. Okay, William. Raymond's motivation is this: lower GPA. If the kids are not listening, okay, lower GPA. They will listen. And then those who are not listening, okay, lower GPA. Okay, they will listen because they want higher GPA. That's it. It's so simple as that. Lower GPA, because in the beginning we let them realize the importance, the benefits of the GPA. And that's it. Like from the beginning, we have really to give the importance of our subject. Then they would realize, sometimes, for example, in A-level, they couldn't understand everything you said. And you could see like, do you understand it? Do you get it? Yes, all right. Now, can you translate that into Chinese? You can allow. Okay? And then there is one who is smart. Do you think what he said is correct? Yes, teacher. Sometimes, no, teacher, he is lying. Okay, what did I say? Then say it again. So that you would see that, you would see that you are being understood. But I think there would be no problem to you because you can speak Chinese.
No,
No?
I don't do that. I cannot teach the lesson that I have in Chinese.
Yeah, we
sometimes
yes.
use that technique as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do not have Chinese also. We don't allow the Chinese, chatting and thus. But in case-to-case basis, for example, this is about the assessment, and we really have to let them check. We have to check. Do they understand? Do they understand? It's like we really have to, because some kids like yes, but then after your talk, they will follow you. What did you say? What did you say? I didn't understand. They keep asking. It's like I have said already. Okay.
In psychology, for example, we're doing attending behavior, right? And I put them into triads, right? I have them talk. Could they speak in Chinese? Because my attention, my actual goal is for them to explain the attending behavior in English. So they would be in triads. One would be talking, one would be listening, one would be observing.
Well, actually, it
And
depends. It depends because these kids, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12, they can understand one another even though they are speaking English.
Okay.
Yes. So it still depends. Let's say, for example, if you think it's so difficult, then you would allow.
If you can't explain yourself or you can't talk about it in English, then you can go back to using English.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So you could sense it, but the grade 10 now, I didn't know how smart they are, so we'll see.
Okay.
All right.